Oh, the last month and a half has been hell. So, my car is totaled. Some guy without insurance rear-ended me on the belt line going about 70, maybe 60. Couldn't really tell, but he definitely didn't even hit his brakes on the belt line. So basically, I was coming home from work at around 11 p.m. And usually traffic's not even that bad at that time. It's pretty clear straight away. But since they're doing construction, the four lanes merged into one, and the traffic was pretty backed up. So I had to stop, and I was sitting there, pretty much a sitting duck, watching in my rear view mirror. And the guy that was coming didn't slow down at all and just hit me. So there's a lot to think about, and that I have been thinking about. I really wanted to keep this car, since as long as pretty much I could, but things are changing. I'm thinking a lot because of the damage that was done to the vehicle. I don't know if it's worth even keeping. I've maintained the hell out of this car, and I haven't even gotten a chance to tune it. But I'll show you guys the damage, and then maybe you guys have some input. Hopefully the lighting's good enough so that you can see the rear end where most of the damage is. Alright, so the front's not too bad. I did hit the car in front of me with the impact from the rear, but that person took off, so I couldn't even file insurance against them. And I had to go and submit a claim on my own insurance since the guy didn't have insurance. The guy that hit me in the rear end. So the hood's gone, fender's done, headlights done. Not bad to replace. Can get a nice 1M hood, another headlight, and a 1M fender, and a 1M front bumper, even though the front bumper is not damaged. The rear end is where it comes in deep. The estimate total from the auto body shop in Y, my insurance ended up totaling the vehicle, was because it was over $9,500. And here's the buckle. It's still marked from this right rear quarter panel. Impact was lower on the front bumper. It probably would have been better if it would have hit higher. It probably would have just been the trunk instead of the actual entire rear panel, because I'll show you guys in a bit, but the hinge is pushed in. So yeah, the buckle on the right rear quarter panel, and then a bunch of dents over here, tail light, rear bumper, obviously, trunk is pushed in, exhaust, but just get a VRSF single exhaust, not a big deal. This tail light, and then actually this left rear quarter panel was not affected at all. Just the tail light was cracked. But what I was looking into, and what would take time and saving up money too, because it's not going to be cheap, and especially since if I don't do it myself and I don't really know body work at all, but I've seen people cut out the rear quarter panels and basically weld in the 1M panels. And then I'll show you the worst part about it right now. So here, try to angle a little bit. It's pushed in, and why the trunk won't close anymore. And a lot of times when these cars get rear-ended, I believe any of the 1 Series or 3 Series, there's a battery safety terminal that shorts out and you have to replace, and the car won't start after that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, anybody that is big into auto body can give me some heads up and what they think from what I'm able to show. Sorry for the bad lighting. I'm going to be updating these lights soon to LED. From Home Depot, give out some more lighting here. But yeah, another positive thing too is that the airbags didn't deploy at all, so nothing deployed. And then since insurance, they just sent me a check. They didn't, so technically the title is still clean. So if I were to fix it, it'd still be a clean title and be able to drive it on the road. But yeah, it sucks because I literally just had the suspension installed, the Bilstein Pro 12 or B12 Pro kit. Probably only has about 30 miles with springs and everything. So a lot of stuff has been done on this car just for that to happen. And I really recommend that you guys, which I didn't think because I daily drive this car, but a really good thing to do, especially on these, and if you're putting all this maintenance into them. Like another thing that I just did on this vehicle was the timing chain guides, the timing chain, the oil pump chain, and the oil pump chain guides. So a lot of stuff has gone into this car, and there's a way where you can do an agreed upon value with insurance where you both parties talk about the value of the vehicle, and they'll insure it on behalf of that value so that you don't have to deal with what I'm dealing with right now, because they only sent me $8,500, which is nowhere near to what this vehicle is worth with everything that I've put into it. Probably have about $6,000 worth of maintenance, but it's maintenance, so it's not really anything that they can value towards the car. But yeah, it really was crazy. It was all a split second. Like I said, people are probably gonna think, you know, why didn't you pull out of the way when I saw the vehicle coming in the rear view mirror? So in that split second, my thought was, okay, yeah, I can pull off and avoid him, but I don't know if he's gonna swerve or if he's gonna try to brake. So my thought was, okay, I'm just gonna flash the brakes at him and honk my horn and hopefully catch his attention. But even though there were two people in the vehicle, neither of them paid attention or noticed that I was flashing my brakes and honking my horn. So yeah, I mean, it's in the past, it happened. There's nothing really I can do about it now. But what I'm thinking about doing, I'm thinking about tearing the vehicle down at least. So right now we're in the middle of August, and here in Wisconsin, we don't have long before winter comes and the snow comes. So maybe I'll start tearing the vehicle down from hood to front bumper to headlights to rear bumper, trunk, and then getting a better view of everything, and maybe getting pictures of that and getting opinions from different people and seeing what's best, basically. Maybe I can find a good deal on somebody who will weld in rear quarter panels, which is a big job from what I've seen. And the 1M panels, the rear quarter panels alone, are $1,100 each side. So, I mean, there is a lot to think about. In the meantime, a lot of people really talk down on Priuses, but that's what I ended up getting. It's been really great. Maintenance is really low. All I did were the brakes all around after I bought it, and it's been really good just to get to work. But I need my car back, so we'll see what happens. I'll start breaking it down and do a video series on it maybe, or we'll see what happens. But thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.